Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our bold analysis. In this video, I want us to dissect communication messaging, or rather campaign messaging, 2 months after the two presidential candidates, Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto, picked their running mates. When Raila Odinga picked the running mate, Martha Karua, that choice was anchored on three issues, and these three aspects will then define Raila Odinga's campaign immediately the day Martha Karua joined the presidential ticket. That was the reform agenda. Number two was the integrity image, and number four was the gender. So these three became very prominent, and Raila Odinga and Martha Karua were trying to build their presidential bid on that platform. If you look at the photo that you're seeing here, this is a photo of Raila Odinga with Martha Karua in the trenches during the days of fight for democracy. And these are some of the images that bolstered Raila Odinga and Martha Karua chemistry. Even though those three were the three platforms that would then shape Raila Odinga's campaign messaging when they're talking about the ticket, after that, there was also the aspect of what I want to do for Kenyans. So those are the two layers of communication for messaging for Raila Odinga. The three on the reform, integrity, and the gender. That one is something that is in people's minds. People see when you see Martha Karua and you see Raila Odinga, you see that. But then what people didn't know and what Raila then would focus on doing is what that ticket will do to Kenyans. Having looked at that, Rigathi, Gachagua and Deputy President William Ruto's ticket also came in the backdrop of a hustler movement. And Ruto was planning to anchor his presidential bid on the platform of being hustler. The question on what people are seeing, when people are seeing Ruto, people are seeing Rigathi, Gachagua, what are they seeing? They're not seeing what you want to do, because what you want to do you can only do when you form the government. But that was the first anchorage of that ticket. The second aspect in that ticket was Uhuru Kenyatta's revenge mission. Revenge mission because Rigathi, Gachagua and a host of Mount Kenya leaders had believed that all those failures or all those hardships that Mount Kenya people are going through, it's because of President Uhuru Kenyatta and by extension Uhuru Kenyatta's family. The same side, Deputy President believes that Uhuru Kenyatta made a mistake not to support him and support Raila Odinga. So that ticket was meeting on a revenge mission. And honestly, without missing my words, that's one of the reasons why Rigathi Gachagua, why Kithure Kindiki will not come closer to being the deputy president in that ticket. Those two came, but honestly, it is, if you look at what people have been doing or what has been happening, you will see on Raila Odinga's side, and I wanted to look at these videos these skits that are playing here. On Raila Odinga's side, they have tried to do skits on Martha Raila, messaging on Martha Raila as a hip. If you remember the password advert that I think it was running in the media, it was running in Citizen, that password ni Baba na Mama. That Baba na Mama is already a hip, is already the coherence of message. They're trying to look at it as one thing. And Baba na Mama in a family setup, that's already one unit. So even to the minds of people, I think the perception is it's already a unit. It's a one unit presidency. If you compare that and look at the deputy president and Rigathi Gachagua side, there is some sort of a split. And I want to say that I think the political communication team for deputy president, if perhaps that team exists, the think tank, the elite, deliberately found it difficult to sell that ticket as Ruto na Gachagua. Why? I want you to look at a very good example. I was in Kakamega, and look at this video. On this side, you are seeing Baba na Mama, that is Martha Karua and Raila Odinga. Now, if you see that billboard, zimeshikana hivi. What is on this other side is another billboard of Rigathi, of Raila, William Ruto, Moses Wetangula, and Musalia Mudavadi. Now this is it. This is the poster that is on the other side. Now, for someone who is in Kakamega, even though someone might argue that Ruto wanted to maybe get on the support of Mudavadi and Wetangula there, but also Raila Odinga is also pointing out on, is also depending on Atwoli and Oparanya, but he did not put Oparanya and Atwoli there. They decided to stick to it. In fact, even Raila Odinga would have done Raila Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka. But there is no such a poster anywhere in this country. The poster of Raila, they have stuck to one and consistent, strictly Baba na Mama. If you look at that, for a voter in Kakamega, and your billboard ukitoka east side, on the side of the Paranya's office, utaona hiyo Baba na Mama, then on your back ukishapita utaona hiyo ya watatu. What does it show you? You see bit of a split. So during IBC meeting, Ruto went with Kindiki. He did not go with Rigathi Gachagua. When he was meeting some election observers from Europe, I was allegedly told that Gachagua's mic was not on. He did not talk there. Getting an interview, there are a lot of optics of William Ruto cutting an image of isolation with Rigathi Gachagua. And it's not isolation. It's tactically political messaging on the ticket as a joint one became a challenge. Why? I want to also to look at the latest one by, I think there is a 1 million for Martha movement that was just launched today by Mama Ida. I want you to just have a snippet of what happened there.
Martha, you are just there, but it's not just for you. As I know Martha does not front herself to say, I am. Martha works for the people. Martha works for the people. Martha is full of energy, but she's also very knowledgeable. She's compassionate, and she's caring. That's the kind of deputy president we are going to get. At this point,
when you talk to political economists, and I am so glad using the word economist, they will tell you that Raila Odinga maximized the potential of Martha Karua, the integrity aspect, the reform agenda, the agenda, the gender card. And remember, after all that, she's from Mount Kenya. So even the Mount Kenya question, that came in Martha Karua as a package. But on the other side, you will see that DP Ruto did not fully utilize and is not fully utilizing Rigathi Gachagua. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. Thank you. We are heading to 26,000. I'm hoping that within a few we shall be on journey to 30. And I want us to listen to politics. This is a very interesting aspect that I don't want you to miss. Immediately, Deputy President picked Rigathi Gachagua. There was a narrative, I don't want to call it a narrative, but there was a reality that dawned on Kenyans, because Ruto had corruption baggage with him. People will mention Arora the Kimwarer. Rigathi Gachagua also had a corruption baggage. I remember somewhere, I think he was addressing a rally, and he said that his accounts are frozen, and so when they form government, the accounts will be open, and after that he will be in a position to build a mansion, and I don't know, give women porridge and something. There was such a statement somewhere. So what the Azimio team did to cut the line, they used the integrity cut that I mentioned to split, really cause to isolate the others, and of course this is a strategy in politics. So people will see William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua as corrupt team. Whether they will see or whether that was a true perception is subject to your opinion. But then that corruption, they were pushed to a corner as a corrupt bandwagon, and for Ruto what Ruto then did is just to make sure that for me to survive this, I need just to leave Rigathi Gachagua alone, so that there is no way we were going to sell this ticket as a ticket of change, while there was a corruption tag on them. I see that as one of the probabilities why the messaging team realized, okay, this is not what exactly. By the way, if you look at, there is a poster, I think there is a billboard of William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Hiyo inasema chagua Gachagua Ruto. But there is another one that say every hustle matters. That one William Ruto is alone. Now, give Gachagua the mic. Remember that issue of verbal diarrhea, that Rigathi Gachagua was making all those mistakes in the campaign rallies. So Ruto decided that because of that, and Azimio had successfully weaponized that communication flow on Rigathi Gachagua. Whenever Rigathi Gachagua will make a blunder, it will be blown. Remember when he went and spoke something about, I don't know, Citizen or on Safaricom, closing Safaricom to give that money to some other small businesses in a TV, in a radio interview. There was bit of he went to Rift Valley and also made some small errors. Now because of those errors, William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua's demeanor was reduced. His competence was reduced. And then Ruto decided that because Azimio had successfully patched holes on Rigathi Gachagua and expressed Rigathi Gachagua, or rather presented Rigathi Gachagua to Kenyans as an incompetent deputy, the best was to make sure that you split. And it is on that ground why William Ruto, when he was going for the IBC meeting, he picked Kindeke. I'm glad I know how to pronounce Kindeke. He picked Kindeke on and dropped Rigathi Gachagua. He did not go with him, even though in such people are expecting a bit of solidarity. You can't challenge everything I'm saying, but you will not challenge the call for solidarity. That ticket is not seen. There is no solidarity call on that ticket. Now, very straight, when Rigathi Gachagua decided to cut an image of Mount Kenya activists, that was the end of him with William Ruto. Especially, people have said he cannot cut a national appeal, which is honestly fine, but he went there and became a Mount Kenya coffee and tea activist, a Mount Kenya land activist, and a Mount Kenya President Uhuru Kenyatta's problems activist. You know, he became more of a Mount Kenya mouthpiece. And because of that, it was not possible, because at the end of the day, William Ruto must win votes outside central Kenya. But the RG believes that Kalenjin, Kikuyu, they are home, dry and sipping something. You know, but then Ruto wants a national appeal. Because of that, and Rigathi Gachagua had already cut a niche for himself in central Kenya, whether it was by design, it was agreed, it's something that you can look at it. But also the hustler euphoria collapsed. The hustler euphoria collapsed. If they were to campaign on the hustler platform, then they would be together. But I think very straight reason why it collapsed is, number one, they are not hustlers. Rigathi Gachagua is not a hustler. And even people who support, diehard supporters in Mount Kenya know very well that we are not going to elect a hustler in the name of Rigathi Gachagua. We are not going to elect a hustler in the name of Deputy President William Ruto. That is something that you cannot underestimate. And because now, if you ask me, what is their campaign? What is their campaign message? As in, what is that message that brings them together? The hustler, the fact that we are hustlers is not bringing them together. The fact that you Tesla Uhuru is not bringing them together. And Kutesa Uhuru, that might be a personal thing that you cannot bring to Kenyans that elect us, because Mimi Uhuru has refused to support me. Mimi Uhuru has abandoned Mount Kenya. I don't think that was those are tenets that you can table to Kenyans on the campaign trail. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to read your comments on this. That is my bold. I received a call. One of our subscribers is been sick, is in Kenyatta Hospital. I'll make a visit, probably tomorrow. Then come with the feedback, how exactly that is. Sometimes we are also human beings. When one of us is in need, there is need for us to turn up. Asanteni.